Good morning and welcome to A Closer Look. I'm your host, Linda Fontaine. Today, my guest is Samantha Gray. She was the parenting coordinator and board member of Bristol's Promise. Thank you for being at the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we appreciate it. Now tell me, Samantha, Bristol's Promise. I am not familiar with this organization, so educate me.
I would be glad to. And it's just the perfect time to get to know Bristol's Promise because we're starting to do things on a regional level. It's a nonprofit organization that started in the 1990s and over time became incorporated as Bristol's Promise. And it originally kind of met as a group of nonprofits who serve children and youth. And so we called ourselves Bristol's Promise, the Youth Networking Alliance. And we meet every month. Now we actually meet every month because on alternate months, we also do a program of collective impact. So as you can imagine, it's a way to get all the organizations in our community meeting and talking and kind of looking for where can we fill gaps and how can we meet needs, how can we help each other, how can we support each other. And so it's really become a powerful organization in terms of the impact it can have. We have done things like start the Sullivan County Anti-Drug Coalition, which is now independent. We have helped foster things like Twin City Reads and Reading Buddies, which helps kids be reading on grade level by grade 3. We also run Buckle Up for Life, which is a fantastic program of car seat checks, but also helping families to get car seats if they need them. I actually run the parenting education program. For many years, we've run Guiding Good Choices parenting education and supporting school success. And now with a grant from Ballot Health, we run a parenting education network. And it's parent educators from all over the region. We meet every month on Zoom like this. And it's become amazing to find out, what our peers are doing, but also that we can support each other with the challenges that we're having. So that's a new program, and we're just really grateful to Ballot Health for making that possible, along with a lot of other programs under the Accountable Care Community program that they do.
Now,
there's
I might have
other
missed
things
it.
that Bristol's Promise does, but a big one I just want to not forget is the trauma-informed care community, and that's where we're going to be going more regionally. Margaret Fire-Robin has spearheaded this, getting some funds with the Department of Children's Services from Tennessee. And we're becoming what we call a collective impact backbone organization, helping to foster a community that endeavors to address adverse childhood experiences and how we can instead promote positive childhood experiences and help families get connected. And recognize that in certain situations, the challenge of what people are dealing with is great, and we can be more sensitive to that, whether it's in our school systems or law enforcement areas or even in our nonprofit organizations and businesses. So we also have a Work Connect program, and that program is to go into workplaces. It's an absolutely amazing program with a lot of evidence of it working in other communities, and we brought it here. And it is to go in and assist employees with needs that they have that really aren't kind of part of the HR department. They're bigger needs that they need help with. Maybe, maybe it's with a child having challenges in school, and so that connects them to parenting education, or maybe it's financial challenges, so that connects them to financial education, and much more. Like, you should go to bristolspromise.org, and people can read all about it. But that's what Bristol's Promise you can see it's a lot of things, and it's really good to go to the website.
It sounds like it's a lot of things. My goodness. So if I missed it, how long have you guys been an organization? When did you start?
We started in like the late 1990s, maybe 1998, somewhere around there, 1999. And then we incorporated in the early 2000s as Bristol's Promise. We went through this Communities That Care process. And that was really fantastic. And we got connected with Colin Powell and the America's Promise program. And we decided that we wanted to bring those 5 promises to our community. And so we started an opportunity for organizations to become kind of entities of promise, like a school of promise, or anyone can apply to do that. And then we bring these 5 promises, like, I'm always nervous to start mentioning them, especially as a board member, I should really know. But for example, one is a healthy start, right? A good start in life. Another one is having caring adults in your life. The research is so great about how important it is to have caring adults in your life. having marketable skills, that we want each child to be able to kind of go into the world prepared with having marketable skills. So that's just, some of how that works. And it's all about risk and protective factors. It's all very evidence-based. And so what we do is try to bring the best practices we see in other communities and apply them here. And in fact, our community is part of a best practice in Becky Haas's work with trauma-informed care communities and how we can become trauma sensitive and trauma responsive, so that, when we're working with folks, and maybe some aren't familiar with adverse child experiences, but there was a Kaiser Permanente study many years ago, and it really showed that what would happen is if you've had a traumatic experience, and they have a scale of 1 to 10. So if you have anything, about 40% of the population definitely has, a ranking on this scale. But if you have anything like over 4 or above, you're going to see in your life not only the things you kind of you logically think of, like maybe struggling with alcoholism or some kind of violence in the home, those kinds of things. But what they also saw was these long-term physical health, like cardiovascular disease, things like Alzheimer's, for example, higher rates of those things for people who had experienced ACEs. And this was groundbreaking. It's fascinating, and I really urge people to learn more about it. But this is what we're trying to do, is make a real concerted effort, difference in our community by really working together with everybody.
I love that. Wow, you guys are an incredible organization. So if we get on bristolpromise.org, is that what it is?
It's bristolspromise.org. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
all the details are there. The history, as well as, each of the programs that we run. And people, it's all grown out of people coming and saying, I think this will make a difference. And we say, okay, let's try it and see what we can do. That's kind of what happened with the parenting program. We thought we need to connect and see how we can help parents. And then during COVID, of course, all our plans got a little bit changed. So we got a little delayed, but now we're excited to be offering these programs on Zoom like this. So coming in November, we have a program. It's a parenting education program where you can become a certified educator in the Attached to the Heart Parenting Education Program. And it addresses things like the adverse childhood experiences and how to prevent those and, help families prevent those, and much more, like basic childcare, how early attachment works and why it's important, how it discusses sleep, discipline, every kind of childcare, feeding, every kind of issue that you might have. And that training is going to run the first 3 Fridays in November from 9 to 5. And there'll be breaks because Zoom wears us out, but it's going to be really nice. It's taught by the developers of the program, and this program is being taught all over the world. Like most recently, we taught it in Argentina and Greece, but now it's going to be right here in our community. And we're hoping to have a lot of people trained so that we can offer a lot of classes. So that's a big, exciting training that's coming up. And you can register for that online. And there's even some scholarships. If you're an educator and want to bring it to your community, with Ballot Health, we have some support for that.
That's great. Now, listen, we have a couple minutes left. Tell me, running these programs has got to cost some funds. How do you guys get funded? What do you do to raise money needed?
Yeah. Tennessee Department of Children's Services, we have a grant through there for our workforce program. We also, we take donations, of course. Each of our programs, like Buckle Up for Life, Twin City Reads, they have support. Some of it's United Way support. Some of it's through programs like there's a fund for Buckle Up for Life that you can check out on the site that's related to that. So each one has its own, it keeps us busy. We do write grants a lot because that's money that we are bringing into our community. There's another program I'll mention too, and this is also supported by Ballot Health, and it's parenting class. And that will start in December, the first week of December. You can either do the Thursday night class at 7:30 or the Sunday afternoon class at 2:30. And it's going to be run free of charge this time. It's the full class, but it's the first time we're running it, and we're running it on Zoom. So we're offering it free of charge to any parent who wants to attend. And they can just register online at Bristol's Promise too. And it goes for 10 weeks. And it's a great way to build community. Like one of the hardest things about parenting is not having support. And I really firmly believe parents who have parents are creative and they can really use their creativity and parent with love and responsiveness. But when they're stressed and they're not supported, that's hard. So this parenting education program teaches and educates, but more than anything, it connects parents to other parents so they can have support and create a community of support for themselves.
What a great group. So can anybody be involved? And if so, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. We would love for people to be involved. We just had a big trauma-informed care meeting last week, and we're all month long, we're celebrating ACEs Awareness Month on our website. If you follow us on Facebook, you can learn more about that. We constantly invite people to be involved, whether they want to be involved with one of the programs or kind of the big picture thinking. We have interns that we love and volunteers who work with us on a regular basis. So we're really glad to have those folks. So yeah, just go to the website, email us, and let us know that you're interested and we can connect you.
So Bristols with apostrophe S, bristolspromise.org.
When you do the website, just leave out the apostrophe.
Okay, so bristolspromise.org.
Yes.
Samantha, you've been a wonderful interview and so informative. It's been great learning about this organization that I didn't even know existed. Thank you so much. And please come back on this show and educate us some more and let us know about upcoming events and things like that. We'd really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And thank you for joining A Closer Look. And we'll be back this time next week with another edition. Have a great week.